few words on behalf of the Booster Club. We were very fortunate again this year. A couple of highlights. We did a fundraiser this year. Our goal was to raise approximately $13,000. We actually brought in just over $22,000. Congratulations. We did the trip to Alabama this year with a budgeted expected cost of about $27,000. Actual spending, about $25,500, so we did very well there too. Quinn did an outstanding job of organizing that trip, except the bus driver. Actual budget versus actual numbers will not be complete until after the June Summer League, as that's the year end. But that'll be all drawn up and come the new year, new school year. All of that will be presented to the Booster Club so you guys know where we stand. But we are on a course to leave quite a bit more money in the coffers than what we started with as seniors. So I think we've done quite a few things over 4 years, and we're going to leave the next group pretty well off, I think. We've got a few thank yous to say. We had a painting and staining day back in the fall, and we had a great turnout for that day. And we had a lot of people show up, and that was excellent, so thank you very much. In the spring, or I guess still in the winter, but we had cleanup day, and we had another great turnout for that. Thank you to everybody who showed up for that. It made for a pretty short day. There's many others to be thanked. People that helped out in the booth, people that helped out in the concessions and cooking on the grill, people that made food for the players on coaches and game day, the locker decorations each week, drinks for coaches and players every week, every day. Thank you for people for taking photos at the varsity games and JV games. There was a lot of them taken, but especially Christy and Craig Fitzgerald. Craig was that's Sean's dad. He was a senior last year, and he still couldn't stay away, and he took a lot of pictures. Thank you for all the help at the regionals that we hosted. Each of you were essential in making successful. Quinn mentioned to me that George Fraser, former Major League Baseball player, whose son is the Cassia coach that got kicked out anyway. He called Quinn to comment on how well we hosted that regional and the great environment that was at our facility. So thanks to all for helping out on that. I thought the atmosphere was pretty electric, so thank you very much. By the way, I was thinking though, we should have taken some of our trash cans to that Edmund Memorial Field. I couldn't find any, so. I'm sure I'm missing some more people to thank. And I'm sorry if I've missed some items, but each of you parents contributed this year, and I want to say thank you to all of you. Officers of the Booster Club, I just want to say thank you for your time. Quinn, who served as Vice President, Melody as Treasurer, and Jill, who served as Secretary. Quinn and Sabrina, once again, they did a tremendous job with the concessions. Thank you, and for organizing all the people to help. It was awesome. Quinn always had a good turnout to help, and very much thank you. But Quinn and Sabrina, for 4 years now, you guys have done a tremendous job, so thank you. Jill, thanks for looking after coordinating all the meals and the behind-the-scenes things. I'm not sure what even goes on here, but Jill took the job 2 years ago, and I knew it'd be looked after, so I just ignored it, and it was looked after tremendously. And I know you had a whole entourage of people behind you helping you, so thank you for all the people that did that. And Jill, you did a tremendous job today organizing this banquet, so thank you very much. We can clap. We can clap. Also getting those great senior photos out for every game and taking them down after every game, that created a great ambiance, so thank you. Melody, thanks for looking after all the recording of the finances and helping me out all the time. You are my best friend. Thanks for helping me out each and every day, including the work you did and helping get the fundraiser letter out, and especially the time you put in this video that's forthcoming. Thank you very much. Working closely with these people the past 2 years has been a great experience. This group has worked so well together, and we have great respect for each other and the skills that each of us bring. I'm truly blessed to have worked with each and every one of these people. Thank you, guys. right now, I want to also say thank you to the coaches. Your cooperation and how you work with the Booster Club is tremendous, and also to the wives for giving up so much time of your husband to have him share with all of us. So thank you very much. Kara, thank you for all that you did with Game Changer. When we're away, everybody relies on that very much. So thank you for all that you do. And Kelsey, thank you very much for the training. Going forward, the Booster Club, guess what? It's Metro. We get in your wallet again. Soon we'll be collecting the $100 for summer ball. And we'll also have to handle the questions that the incoming freshman parents will have again. The Booster Club officers will be convening soon to start the planning of the next season, mainly looking to nominate new officers. Once that occurs, the new board will then be planning out the budget and planning out fundraiser needs that'll occur in the fall. Once all that gets together, there will be a meeting early in the school year to go over everything, just like there was one this year. So, trust me, I will be sending out requests for help on the Booster Club. I ask that each of you consider, of the junior, sophomore, and freshman parents, consider helping out. It takes many people to make this season great. To make the season great, we need everybody's help. Last, but thank you for allowing me to head up this group again this year. It's been a pleasure to serve on the board of the Booster Club. Right now, I think they're going to hand out the desserts, and once the desserts are handed out, then we'll get Coach back up here to talk, and we'll get some good words from Coach. But let's just wait about 2 or 3 minutes to get some of these desserts passed out. Actually, I think there's enough of about now. Coach, you're up now. Yep.
Murray, thank you for all you do.
Eric, what'd she say? What'd she say?
Oh, yeah, hold on, come on, let's go. Yeah. Coach Foster, it's up to you.
Welcome. Thanks everybody for coming out. A big group, a lot bigger group than when I got here 3 years ago. With Brady and Oak and Foster, they had to take turns playing JV after they started on varsity games. We got a whole room full now. As I said this morning, one of the things that I prayed over the guys for the last 3 years is Romans 8:37. And it's kind of my verse for them, and it has been, and I say it in prayer sometimes to them, but I say it to myself when I'm in my truck or in practice all the time, and it just says that we're more than conquerors. And they are more than conquerors, more than just baseball. And we're talking about older guys now, we're talking about juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. But up and down our roster, we've got great kids. And I've done this for 26 years. And I know if there's great kids, there's great parents. And guys, I'd like for you to give your parents a big hand clap now because they make the sacrifices. This group is truly, and I told them this in Edmond, but they're truly a band of brothers, and they're different. Some wear cowboy boots, Some are granola, some, some are this, some that. But when they come to the baseball field and when they get on the baseball field, and I preach this, ultimate team game is baseball. And I know some people say, well, no, football. I think it's baseball. I think you have to rely on each other more in baseball than you do in any other sport. And they do an excellent job of that, putting their differences aside, their egos aside. We have a table full of egos there. One of the parents, I think it was Murray, said, it's good we don't have egos on this team. We have a table right there. But their egos in a good way, and they're brothers, and they bond together. And I say that, young guys, learn from this table right here. Because for 3 years, and I'm sure it's 4, they've done things the right way. And they've showed you, they've mentored you on how to do things the right way. And my hat's off to them. Real quick, I do have a couple of thank yous, and I like to do thank yous, but I hate it because you always leave somebody out. But Murray, somebody you left out that was a huge help to me this year was Mr. Staten. He did the dugouts for us, and he did a top-notch A1, very, very good job. He made our field look better this year. He really did, and he worked his family off to do it. Quinn, Murray, I don't know what we'll do without you guys next year. I really don't. I don't want to go on any trips for sure, Quinn. I don't want to do any kind of trip until your son gets back up there. Okay? Murray, Jill with the food. I mean, with 2 teams, actually 3 teams at sometimes. I mean, the food was just crazy, and I can't think. I'm sure it did happen, but I can't think of a day where there wasn't food for the kids to eat. Okay, there was. Did we miss one? Okay. Coaches' wives also. I mean, I know I call and bug and talk and stuff like that, so thanks for putting up with me. And of course, my wife for 26 years, I know she puts up with a grumpy husband for at least 2 or 3 months of the year, maybe more. Okay, coaching staff, we're going to introduce them real quick. I'm going to start out with Evan Drake, helped us with the JV. Coach Fiber with our JV and our varsity. And then my nephew is watching the Pittsburgh Pirates play right now. Jacob Nelson is up there watching a ball game, so he already had that playing, so boo on him. And then the one that we're going to lose, he's going to the dark side. I've been there and back. Matt says he's like my son.
Oh my God, just get on with it.
Jeff Pepper. Okay, I want Kara to come on up. Kara, stand up here at the front, please. Kara was our 1-year stat keeper. I wish she would have been a 2 or 3-year stat keeper. Okay, but she came this year and helped us. Kelsey, why don't you come on out?
Yeah!
Kelsey's a soccer player, and when she wasn't playing soccer, she was in the dugout and helped us with the training staff. She was our trainer, did a lot of water, and was there for support, and we just appreciate both of you guys being a part of our program this year. Give them a big hand. Okay, I'd like for all the freshmen to come up to the front, please.
No kissing, Mac.
Always has to wear that shirt. No, you're in the front, right?
As I introduce you, please raise your hand just so everybody can see who you are. There may be a few that do not know exactly who you are. This is our freshman group. It is filled with good baseball players, good pitchers, good fielders, good hitters. In fact, so much so good that there was actually 2 JV teams, and we had one filled with a lot of the ninth graders, and the other one spilled over with ninth graders on our older JV team. Okay? Bryce Allman, pitcher, shortstop. Matt Clark, catcher. Connor Davis, pitcher, third base. Hal Smith, second base, outfield. Carson Callaway, pitcher, outfielder. Cade Waits, pitcher, outfield. Reed Warren, catcher, outfielder. Ethan Benson, pitcher, first base. Cademan Fair, pitcher, first base. Terrence Salyer, pitcher, outfielder. Bailey Swanson, pitcher, second base. Stephen Johnson, first base. Garrett Baggett, first base. Thatcher Hall, second base. Brandon Cox, pitcher, outfielder. And Matt Hall, outfield. This is your 2017 ninth grade baseball team. Give them a big hand. Sophomores, come out.
He's the guy with the short hair.
Okay, that's good. Okay, sophomores, Luke Warwick, pitcher, first base. Matthew Weber, first base catcher. J.D. Chancellor, outfield. Justin Dunlap, outfield, second base. Several of these got varsity time. They will get a lot more this next year. Okay, a good group, and we just appreciate what they did this year. And this is your sophomore class for 2017. Juniors, come on up. Ethan Knapp, outfield. Joey Acker, pitcher, third base. Kate Kimsey, outfield, third base. Great group of guys. They're going to be doing a good job for us next year. Got a big summer planned for them, a lot of summer ball, and we will get them ready for next year and get that knee healed up for Kimsey. Okay, yours 2017 junior class. Okay, seniors, come on up. opportunity to say something a little bit about each one of these guys. I asked the coaching staff just to write down some things that they thought of when they heard each of their names. What they thought of. What did this season or their experience with this player, what did they think of him? Okay? Dalton Smallwood. Dalton Smallwood. Kenzie player. He's very tough, played injured all year, never gets flustered. I think it's pretty good. Brody Gibson. Brody Gibson. Led by example. I put down I enjoyed to watch his home runs. And I put in parentheses in practice and in games. One coach said he performed well under pressure, and I would have to agree with that. Foster Roy, competitor. One coach said they knew that his biggest game would be on the biggest stage. He had 269 strikeouts. That's what I put down. I asked him how many he had today. And then I also put down that he taught me what the term granola meant.
That is what it means, right?
Blunt Shannon. One coach said he set the tone. Another one said when he got on offense, we knew that our offense would follow. He always lightened the mood, and then the other coach said he was a true shortstop. If you don't know what we mean, a lot of teams have a third baseman or outfielder that plays shortstop. We did have a true one. In fact, we had a couple of them. Cade Killingsworth contributed in any way he could. One coach said he had the big hit against Bishop Kelly to help us win the game, opening day. And I put down he's the first 4x4 guy that I have ever had to play baseball. Dylan Bierman, 25 career wins at Metro. Wow. A true leader. And then one coach said he threw his best games in big games. I think that's cool. Oak Staten. Oh, I had to put this down. You have a drill named after you, do. In fact, they were even talking about, I think Max said it at the state tournament. Outworks everyone. Gets dirty daily. And when I say gets dirty, if we're in shorts and it's day before a state tournament, he's diving for balls. And he did. Brady Papke. One coach said the best 8-hole in the state. Any class.
That's not no last year.
Other coach said unsung hero. Another coach said one of the greatest outfielders they had ever coached. Parker Wilson goes 100% all the time. That's all he knows how to go. Another coach said he always does what's best for the team. Another coach said, I'll always remember the great catches he made in the outfield. This is a selfless group of kids. They are brothers. They are closer than any group that I have ever had. And I know they're different, but when they get on the field, it was really magical to watch them play. And ever since their sophomore year, you could tell they were going to be good. They were going to be good. They've all got their talents, they've all got their strong suits, but what a great group of guys. This is your 2017 state champion senior class. I promise I have 4 pages worth I could have said about these guys. They're special to you, but they're special to us also. We love them. We love them. Groups like that don't come around all the time. I do want to give some awards out, and I'm really hesitant just because, God, I mean, you can give one to everybody, and I think it's going to be pretty close. But what a great group of guys. They all have their strengths, like I said. They're all good at something. They're all good. Obviously, that's how you win state championships, because you got good guys that can play. Okay? But we do have a couple of awards that we are going to give out. One thing that I do, for you ninth grade parents, is we do vote. Wednesday before state tournament, varsity team got to vote, coaches got to vote. All of mine are voted on by the players, so that's kind of cool. Go by stats. If there's anything that's close, we go backward stats, stuff like that. Okay? So we'll go ahead and go through these. First one, Defensive Player of the Year. Once again, this was voted on for the Wednesday of the state tournament, and I tell you what, without this play of this guy, the momentum of that whole game changes. I mean, I think most of us would agree what happened, but anyway, you guys voted Defensive Player of the Year, Blake Shannon. Blake, stay up here a second. We will get Plays of the Year here in just a minute. But I did make a ball because this is our award for Play of the Week. That's Play of the Week. Blake Shannon, Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year. Voted on once again before state tournament. Had a .474 batting average, .543 on base percentage. I agree with Coach Comfort, probably the best 8-hole hitter in any class in the state of Oklahoma, Brady Packey. Patriot Award. When we gather in the indoor and vote, one of the awards that I like to give, and I don't think it was given before I got here, is a Patriot Award. And the Patriot Award is this, and this is what I tell the guys when they vote. Who on our team stands for what a Patriot is, number one. And number two, who stands for what you would want to be if you aren't that, who do you strive to be? Who is that cat? Okay? And this year's award goes to Oat Staten. Plays of the Year. Silver baseballs. Every week we give out a Player of the Week. We give out a Play of the Week. Okay, and it's turned into one of my favorite things to do. Okay, because usually you don't really, except high five, you don't talk a whole lot about that. And it's kind of cool at the end of the year for me to get to talk about those big plays because, I mean, that's what it's all about. This year we had a tie. First one for his, and it was funny because if you look at the voting, some kids actually said, and I'm making this up because I don't have that good of a memory, his catch in the outfield against Bishop Kelly. And then another kid would say his catch in the outfield against Cassia Hall. And I couldn't remember which ones they were. I just remembered the catches. Okay? But Play of the Year, 2 years in a row, Parker Wilson. We actually had Plays of the Year. Number 2 for his play in the victory tournament, which did make it to YouTube. Got a lot of followers. One of the best high school plays I've ever seen, and probably the headsiest player I've ever coached. Dalton Smallwood. His was a play where he dropped it, turned 2 with it, if you didn't remember.
Dylan might have mistaken him for that.
Pitcher of the year, we also had, we decided to do co-pitchers of the year. I don't know if we decided or I decided, but when you look at these stats, one of them was 8-1, the other one was 9-1. One of them had a 1.05 ERA, but the other one had 98 strikeouts. And I mean, I hate to co-awards because it takes away from it, but I don't know how in the world you can say who's better. Now, I'm sure you could ask them. And the blonde-headed will tell you he is. Your co-pitchers of the year, two of the best pitchers I've ever had. Foster Roy and Dylan Bierman. Brody's out there mad. He said, "These are the only ones we voted on." Everybody in here is special. I mean, everybody's special. I'm telling you, guys, this is one of the best cats I've ever coached. And I just tried to stay out of his way where we wouldn't screw him up. But one of the things I would say about him, is, and he had already committed to ORU, talk to his dad, talk to him, hey, what can I do to get better? And David Parrott was probably a godsend. I think he was really good for Brody. I really think he got his everything kind of back on and just got him pumped up and he worked his fanny off. But his position, he touches the ball every time. And if he didn't catch, then he played first. And if he didn't play first, he was pitching and hit 6 home runs. So I took it upon myself, since I didn't get very many votes, to go ahead this year and have the most valuable player. And I'm going to give it to Brody Gibson. After we won, I got over 100 text messages, and most of them were from former players. And probably half of those players said that the best time of their life was high school baseball. You guys have no idea because you're 18 years old, 17 years old, 17, so you have no idea. But you guys will look back, and this will be some of the best times of your whole life. And I can't think